Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. You are tuned into Bigmike's blog. I am your humble host, Big Mike, coming to you from my home. Welcome. Hope everyone's doing good. I hope everyone is surviving their quarantine or quarantining as best they can. I'm trying to do the best I can as well. I'm wearing my Blue Jay garb. I believe the season was supposed to start a few weeks ago, but it hasn't. So figured I'd wear my Blue Jay jersey in commemoration when it does decide to start, because I'm very excited to attend at least one Jay. Hopefully, I'll be able to attend a Jays game if the season does come out. So I got this jersey last year. It's a Vladimir Guerrero jersey, our best player, and I got the hat obviously, and I got this lovely necklace, and I got this from in New Orleans at this souvenir shop. So and they actually had a bunch of different sports teams, and they happened to have the Toronto Blue Jays. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna buy this bitch. So now I wear this. So anytime I wear or wear this jersey, or I go to a Blue Jays game, this is always gonna be worn. So there you go. So hope everyone's doing well. Figured I'd do this vlog, just kind of giving another update on how my quarantine is going, what I've been doing, if anything, and just kind of my take on things. So I actually did really want to do this vlog for a particular reason. Um, from the standpoint of my stance on the quarantine a little bit in terms of how people are handling it has changed from how my stance was in the beginning. So let me explain. So I was asked, or I've been asked on numerous occasions by people how I'm doing during this whole time. And I can say with all honesty that I've been doing pretty good. Okay, I've been managing pretty well. I've been keeping myself busy. I've had my downtime where I've just fucked around and played video games, but I've also had times where I've been trying to be productive by working out, reading, doing vlogs, and working on other side projects, which I'm probably going to work on today as well, at later today. Um, but that isn't to say that I'm content with not being able to go out and socialize and do other things, because I would still like to do those things. I mean, as a matter of fact, I actually went for a walk today to my office building where I work just to see if it was actually open, and it is not open because I was actually planning on trying to grab some stuff for my office, but I can't because the building's locked. So, but obviously, precautionary reason they have to lock the building, and it makes total sense, and I totally support that. I have no problem with that, but that's kind of what I was trying to get done today, but I didn't get it done. So, um, but again, even though, yeah, like I said, I'm doing good, that doesn't mean that I want things to stay how they are. I would love for things to go back to some remnants of normal, or just back to where, you can go out and socialize. I still would love those things to happen, but obviously with everything kind of going on, that can't happen. Now, I believe when I spoke to my sister in Nashville about a month ago when this first started. And I had said to her, and I remember I will quote myself because I do remember verbatim saying this, that I would never allow this to break me. And to me, if anyone allows this to break them, then you're weak. Then you're weak as fuck. And I think I verbatim said that. Um, from the perspective of, I just feel like this is not something that should be able to break someone to the point where they can't function, or whatever the case may be. Not taking into account that there's some people that have mental health issues that kind of associate maybe being in the house too much kind of messes with their mental health, and or people are going have, like, let's say, families to take care of, and now that they're not working, that their financial situation's taking a huge hit. I didn't really take those things into account when I had made that statement. So I am now backtracking from what I had said. Not fully. What I mean is, for me individually, I can never allow this situation to break me to the point where I cannot function, because I've been through a fair amount of adversity and bullshit to where this would never break me. However, I am sympathetic and mindful that not everyone has had the same life that I've lived, and their living situation and their financial situation is a lot different than mine. Okay, whereas I had money saved during this time anyway, so when I wasn't working, I still was able to pay my bills and buy food and still kind of do things. Whereas a lot of people, let's say they have families, they have kids, and they're living on a tight budget and they didn't have any money saved. So when this hit, their lives took a complete turn for the worse in some cases. So, and I didn't really take that again into account when I made that statement. So that's why now I'm backtracking from it. But what I will say still is I still feel that people hopefully can try to take some positive and something constructive from during this time and try to focus on maybe bettering themselves or working on some stuff that they want to work on prior. You know, I just don't want people to look at this time and just waste it. You know, because like I said, a lot of my friends, some of them just drink most of the time and they're just binging shows. And that's great. Like, I still do those things too, but I don't want to just spend all my time binging fucking Netflix and drinking alcohol all day. Like, I don't really want to do that. You know, like, to put in perspective, like, I've only drank alcohol twice since the quarantine started. I've only eaten takeout about 7 times in the past 3-4 weeks. And to put in context, like, usually when I was like working, I was eating takeout at least twice a week. I was eating pizza at least once a week. So now I've been kind of trying to relent on that, and I'm trying to cook more. I'm trying to eat a little bit more healthier, stuff like that, and working out more too. So that's another thing that I've been doing. So just a lot of different things I've been trying to work on. I just finished my workout challenge, my push-up challenge. I finished it on Tuesday, thank Christ, because I was so sick of doing it. It was driving me nuts. So basically, I found this push-up challenge on Pinterest. So it's basically like it kind of you increase your push-ups every day. So it initially goes from 5 to 45, and you basically will do push-ups for 5 days straight. Then you take on the 6th day you rest. But I kind of skipped 5. I went from 8 to 45. So I did it for about a good chunk of days, and it was hard. It was probably in terms of fitness, it was probably one of the harder things I had to do because I was consistently doing these fucking push-ups at least 3-4 times. Sometimes I only missed 2 days. And to punish myself, I would basically do push-ups once in the morning for the day that I missed, and then do the one that I was supposed to do today that day. So I've done push-ups crazily. So it was a lot. But it was worth it. I feel very good that I finished it. And it's honestly kept my sanity throughout all this bullshit. Because I think if I wasn't doing that, and I wasn't doing vlogs, and I wasn't reading, and working on other side things, I would probably be in the same boat as everyone else, as most people are. Because most people are struggling during this time. As a matter of fact, now I actually have a friend of my family who's actually has the coronavirus right now. I found out as of Tuesday that he contracted it. So this has affected me in a great deal, you know, and I'm sending well wishes to him. Don't want to share his name, that's private, but you know, I've you know, just shouted him out, and he's a great dude, so I hope he gets better. But you know, so I've been dealing with that as well, and I'm just trying to not go crazy. You know, I've been watching the news here and there, and you know, I don't know. I've just been trying to, I don't know. As much as I'm trying to keep informed, I'm not trying to keep too informed, because I find that now a lot of people are trying to keep very informed and knowing what, and just keep themselves watching the news to know what's going on, which is great in some instances, but then the problem is they get so freaked out that they don't want to do anything. Like I have a friend that I was gonna actually go maybe see and hang out with them and just drink and just kick it and talk shit. And then they watched the news all day and they got freaked the fuck out, and now they didn't want to meet up. And I just said, okay, that's fine. And I get that, you know, because it's a scary time. But what I said to her is, listen, the news is scary, okay? The news is going to freak you the fuck out at this point. With all the news that you're going to get about this shit, 9 times out of 10 or 8 times out of 10, the news that you're going to get is going to be meant to kind of scare the shit out of you. To inform you, but also to freak you. It's going to freak you the fuck out. So you got to understand that. So my advice is, don't watch too much of the news. Get enough information to where you know what's going on, but don't consume so much of it to the point where then you get freaked out. And I'm speaking from experience, because that's what happened to me when the quarantine started going down. Because the Monday and Tuesday, I could tell you, I was glued to CP24 and I was watching the news like crazy. And then what ended up happening is I got freaked the fuck out, because I was like, Jesus Christ, like all this shit's going on. And I'm just freaked the fuck out at this point. Because just seeing, just, everything shutting down and the virus, and then reading up on the virus and what the symptoms, and thinking, shit, like, what if I get a cold? Like, do I have it? Like, how do I get tested? Like, there was just so much thing. And I just said, you know what, Michael? Stop watching the news. Stop watching the news. Get your news. I get my news fix. Every couple of days, I'll check and see what's popping in the news in terms of it. But then I stop. I shut my brain off and I work on other things. Because like I said, and like I'll continue to say, and that I hope you guys take from this, is this. My goal by the end of this, regardless on whenever it ends, it can end tomorrow and next week and next month and in 6 months, 3 months, I don't give a shit when it ends. I just eventually will end. But my goal at the end of this is to come out of this better than I was before. Physically, emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, everything. That's my goal. So, and I don't want to look back on this time with any, like, oh my God, I could have worked on this, or oh my God, I should have, and not been stressed. Like, I don't want to look back on this time with any type of regret or doubt or anything. And that's kind of the one thing I want to pass along to hopefully anyone who stumbles upon this vlog and is kind of feeling a little bit low and down the dumps and feeling like this shit's never gonna end and it's terrible. And it does suck. Okay, I'm not trying to, and I don't want people to think that I'm minimizing the impact of this and how much it's affected people and how much it's affecting people and how bad the situation is. But for me to complain about my situation when there's other people out there that are going through a hell of a lot worse than me, I think is irresponsible. I don't have to line up to go to a food bank to get food. Okay, I don't have to, right now I don't have to worry about my bills being paid because I have money and I'm good. So I'm in no position at this point to sit here and bitch and moan about my situation, because I am self-aware enough and mindful enough to know that my situation is not as bad as others that are going through way worse than I am. And people that are the frontline essential workers that are going out every day, risking their lives, potentially getting this shit, and they're doing that. And I'm not doing that. So I can't sit here and bitch and moan about staying home, because at least I'm not, because some of my friends are nurses and they're fucking going to work every day. My one friend works in construction. He's going to work every day. You know what I'm saying? So how am I going to sit at here and just bitch and that's why for me, my perspective on it is a little bit different. But I understand too that not everyone is going to view things in my lens, and most people are not self-aware enough to view it that way, because a lot of people are just self-absorbed in their own shit and they're focused on their own shit, that they're not self-aware enough and mindful and empathetic enough to view other people's struggles because they're so fixated on their own. So, and that's just not something I can't tell you how to be empathetic or teach that. That's something that you eternally have to feel or you don't feel. So I'll leave it at that. I'm done. I don't think I have anything else more to say. Just hope everyone's doing well. Feel free to comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm gonna hit y'all up with some more content. I have some shoes I ordered. I did order a few shoes. So I figured I'm gonna do my yearly sneaker vlog sooner once I get all the shoes that I ordered, and I'll do them in order from the ones that I like to the ones I don't. Hopefully I'll get a chance to actually wear them somewhere, but I probably won't, at least not this year. But I'm gonna have them, so I'm very excited. So anyway, that's coming up down the pike. I have some more topics I might discuss down the road as well. If you guys have anything you want me to discuss, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. If you want to add me on IG or Facebook, hit me up again. I'll gladly add you. I'll send you my info, because I don't just add anybody. So let me know if you want me to add you. If not, no worries. Anyway, this is Big Mike signing off. I hope everyone's staying safe, staying blessed, and most importantly, stay the fuck home unless you have to go out. All right? Peace and love. Take care.